Great. So, you guys know, correct? Like today's session, what is today's session? Okay. Right. So, any idea what is data analytics?
May I
May
say
I say
something?
something?
Yeah, see.
Oh,
Oh,
Shivani,
Shivani,
please.
please.
Analysis of
Analysis of
data.
data.
But how means analysis of data. Now, this analysis part, how you will represent? Yes,
I
Sushmita.
don't
I
know
don't
how
know
to
how to
represent, but
represent
what I
what
have
I have
known,
known.
uh,
Uh,
I'm
I'm
hearing my
hearing my
voice.
voice.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That
in
in
server side,
server side,
if
if
anything
anything
wrong with
wrong with
data,
data,
then
then
we can
we can
handle,
handle,
we
we
can check
can
with
check with
every
every
data.
data.
So we
So
have
we have
to
to
write
write
SQL
SQL
or
or
something.
something.
Means, I mean, what is
What
that?
is
Like
that? Like
with
with
validation type
validation type
code means
code means
it is.
it is.
It, suppose
Suppose
there is
there
your
is your
primary table
primary table
and
and
secondary table.
secondary table.
So
So
something
something
happened with
happened with
secondary table.
secondary table.
Uh,
Uh,
there is
there is
name is
name is
Shushmita, but
Shushmita, but
the name
the
is
name is
somehow
somehow
became
became
something else.
something
Then
else.
we
Then
have
we
to
have to
write
write
query
query
and check
and check
where is the
where is the
exact
exact
problem,
problem,
where
where
it is
it is
coming the
coming the
problem.
problem.
That is
That is
means data
means data
analytics do
analytics
that
do
thing.
that thing.
I know
I know
that
that
thing only.
thing only.
I don't know
I don't
nothing.
know nothing.
Okay. So see, the fact is, data analytics means basically it's part of data science only. Okay. Now, if you are saying SQL data, that's a structured data. Okay. Now think multiple companies is having multiple survey kind of result.
Yes.
They having like lots of record in their Excel also
Yes.
or
Yes.
in Notepad,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or in totally unstructured data like a NoSQL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now just think if you are data analytics, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or data analyzer, you
Mm-hmm.
given all kinds of data like your
Mm-hmm.
CEO, MD, whoever have those all the software data or that database guide is given to you all kinds of data like Excel, Notepad, normal SQL, MySQL, NoSQL, unstructured, okay, some frequency data like when you are doing some ECG or something like that. So those ECG bar is basically coming that kind of data also. So just think like if you have lots of data and last day we discussed about transformer data. You remember like in that AI session we
No, no,
discussed
I
like
No, no,
was
I
what.
not
was
there.
not there.
Okay, so we discussed about like when one plane is going from one place to another place, so almost like in one ride only each hour is generating like millions TB data, okay, like terabyte data. So then how can you calculate those data, okay, how your data should speak, okay, it represents something, it's meaningful something, okay. So this is the job is basically when you are actually converting raw data to information, okay. And as well as why this data analytics or data science is very important, this is first step towards machine learning or artificial intelligence. Means if you don't know data science or data analytics, then it will be very difficult for you to go in that field, that is machine learning, artificial intelligence. Now in
Obviously.
practical,
Obviously.
and now in practical world, obviously two separate person actually work, like one data science, one machine learning or artificial intelligence. So they work together, but you should know how to do those analysis thing. Now, how their life actually start in a day. correct? Just think like if you are data science expert, okay, or analyzer, then what how things will come towards you. Okay, so let me show you then.
I have
I
a
have a
question here.
question here.
Yeah, same.
Data
Data
analyst or
analysis
data
or data
science scientist
scientist
need to
need
know
to know
the
the
permutation,
permutation,
combination, and
combination, and
all of
all
those
of those
things.
things.
Yes,
Yes.
All the
obviously,
statistical,
Obviously,
all
all
the
the
all the
statistics.
stats.
absolutely, these statistical things is too much important.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay,
that I
that
have
I have
known
known.
yeah.
because
Otherwise,
Because
college in college
college,
I
I
had
had
statistics
statistics
that was
that
awesome.
hard
was
to
hard
me
to me
to
to
solve.
solve.
Then it's your day if you are good in statistics.
No, I'm
No,
not
I'm not
good.
good.
I'm not
I'm
bad,
not
but
bad,
I am
but I am
average.
average.
Cool.
If
If
Any idea, Shivani, on statistics?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
have.
have.
I've gone
I've
the
gone
yeah.
the
It
yeah.
was
It was
there
there
in our
in our
schooling.
schooling.
Statistics one
Statistics
as
one
one
as one
subject.
subject.
That
The
mathematics. Yeah,
mathematics,
it's
yeah,
related.
it's related.
It's kind
It's
of
kind
similar
of
of
similar of
mathematics.
mathematics.
Definition of
Definition of
mathematics
mathematics
also.
also.
that is
That is
mathematics
mathematics
only,
only.
and that
Representation of
That
data
represent
also.
data,
So representation of
representation of
data.
data.
Correct,
for
correct.
For
this
these
thing
things,
we had
we
to
had
know
to know
about
about
uh,
uh,
what
what
algebra,
algebra,
something
something
algebra
algebra
means
means.
abstract
Abstract
algebra.
algebra.
Yeah, correct. That is part of linear algebra also. Okay,
Yes,
but
Yes.
that's okay. We will not focus on those mathematical things because
okay.
Okay.
if you don't know mathematics also, but if you know like how to find mean, median,
Yes,
histogram, that
Yes.
is good. Uh, so
that
that
I
That
have
I
a
those
have a
knowledge.
knowledge.
yeah those clarification, that knowledge is required only. Okay, so let me tell you something to show you. You guys can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
So just talk with me, okay? Otherwise,
okay.
because I'm
Okay.
sharing my screen, so I can't see you. So you can see this data set, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
So this is called very famous Titanic dataset. Okay, so I guess you guys already saw Titanic movie,
Many
correct?
Many
times.
times.
Yeah. So what happened over there? Like if you remember, there is one ship. So whoever those persons are there, they have some class, like you know, class type one, two, three, like this way. Those persons are segregated, and when that Titanic is actually drawing, okay, then that point of time, the survival, the first priority is whoever is class is basically one. Then the second priority came to class 2, then 3. So like this way, suppose just think this is passenger ID, unique ID, normal, nothing else. Suppose this is survived details, like 0 means not survived, 1 means survived. Okay. This P class is basically just think like a passenger class, like I told, like 1, 2, 3. This is the name of those passenger. This is like a gender or sex. This is age. This is SP means sibling and spouse. Parts that I will come later. Don't worry. This is ticket. This is fare. Cabin. Like if anyone is already booked any cabin, so those cabin name. And this is embarked. Okay. Now say few details. If I'm not explaining, like P class, this sibling spouse, embarked, parts. Okay, if I'm not sharing with you, okay, I'm stopping my sharing screen. If I'm not
yes,
sharing what is the meaning of these names, obviously it's very hard to understand for you, correct? So that's mean first job. like your day-to-day job we are going to discuss. So suppose you just reach our office, someone actually given you some data. So first thing, look at those data. Okay, you don't know how much data it is, structured or unstructured, anything. You don't know what is the meaning of, because when you are creating your table column name, you are also giving this kind of name only, correct? So that you only know, no documentation, other things are there. So first thing, you have to understand your data, those columns. Okay, for that, if you are spending half an hour, 1 hour, that is perfectly okay. Spend, but try to understand what is those individual column, because if you don't know what is the meaning of that, you can't do anything. Because here there is no formula like you have to do first this, that, then done. Not like that. So it's totally in your mind only. You have to plan like how I will create those data as the information so that it can speak automatically. So first job, take those data, give half an hour so that you can understand each and every column. Okay. So then you saw that data set. Now I'm showing you actual hands-on training, like how these data can speak. Now, obviously, you don't remember, correct? Like how many persons survived
No.
in flame, that data is not there. You don't know like how many male and female is there, correct? You don't know like what is the like average age whoever is traveling over there, correct? Now, just think on top of that, if your data have lots of null value, correct? Like suppose you created a website. In that website, what happened, like you forgot to give that validation. Okay, so multiple fields are there, maximum people are just filling whatever is need. Okay, other optional field or whatever the field, they are not filling up. So lots of null fields are there. Now if they are not filling their age, correct? Example, in our Indian culture, we say don't ask age of a ladies person, correct? And don't ask a salary of a gents person,
Salary of man.
correct? So just think, if I'm giving one drop down your age, okay, you can just ignore that. But for data analyzer, you need this data, correct? Otherwise how you can do? Now if you want to know what is average, now if 1,000 people are filling, but like 1,000 user is there, just think like only 200 is filling, others user are not filling, then what will happen?
Then we will not get average yes,
You will
age.
get, but those
It's
value
not
will be in
What
null.
is the
the
approximate value?
Correct. So this null, then NaN, okay, not applicable, or zero, these values are so much irritating value, correct? So how you will going to handle this kind of scenario? Because in this data set also we have this null value. Now obviously when that data is came, just visualizing those thing only, you don't know. If you have like almost lakhs of data, so you can visualize, correct? Through like scroll that Excel only you can visualize. Now if I ask you to do all the operation through your SQL query and create an application, you need to show all the charts and all. So it's very difficult, correct? Like you need to know like how to do all those things, then only you can actually achieve that part. So that's why language R and Python is so much famous for this day-to-day job for data analyzer. So we are not focusing on R, Rather, we will focus on Python. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Again, just communicate with me. I can't see you otherwise.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. You guys can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
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 Cool. So what I did, this Titanic dataset, okay, you can easily avail from Kaggle. Okay. So I will share this total Python notebook, okay, after this session. So don't worry. So this is some documentation I'm writing over here. Okay. And this is the dictionary. See, like survival, this is data dictionary. Like survival is basically is denoted over there like 0 and 1. 0 means no and 1 means yes. Ticket class, P class equal to ticket class, basically what I discussed. Sex is okay. Age, this is like number of siblings, spouse abroad in the Titanic, that's okay. Parts is basically parent and children. Okay, so parent, ch, children, that one. Ticket is ticket number. Fare is basically passenger fare. Cabin is cabin number. And embarked means basically port of embarkation, like from which port they actually came. Okay, CQS in this three like digit, not digit, sorry, character, it's actually segregated. Okay, so up to this is clear. Okay,
Yes.
so yes, if I'm giving this kind of documentation to you, so obviously it's very clearly understandable. Deep joint. So now this is very clearly understandable, correct?
Hello
Hello
everyone.
everyone. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
So only
So
three
only
of us
three of us
today.
today.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
only three of us because others are think like it's sad. What I will do for data analyzer?
Bro, data
Bro,
is
data is
everything.
everything. Yeah, that's
Today's
what
world,
actually.
if
World, if
in
in
today's world,
today's
if we
world,
are
if we
making
are
any
making any
business,
business,
trust me, those
trust me, those
nuclear bombs,
nuclear bombs,
nothing is
nothing is
powerful than
powerful
data.
than data. Correct, absolutely, it's true, and whoever is joining today, okay, so they will going to feel that flavor, okay, because we everyone saw about Titanic movie, correct? But we haven't know those
Yes.
Titanic data. We haven't actually, like how to create those data to informative. So that thing only we are actually doing. So be with us. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen so you can understand.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
Deep. Sure, sure.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
bro.
Yes, yes, sir. Okay. Okay. So up to this data, as I told, like first you need to understand each and every column so that you
Mm.
can do those analysis. So suppose you have this data, you can't understand what is the meaning of P class, CVSP, Parch, Emberg, this meaning. So this meaning you have to write in your this Jupyter notebook only so that it will be clear and understandable. And obviously whoever is sharing those data with you, that person will give the full understanding. Once done, then you need to import few libraries. You can see clearly, correct? All the sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So those libraries name are basically Panda, NumPy,
NumPy.
NumPy, yes, Matplotlib, and Cbrock. So first we will deal with these four library today. Then we will deal with another library that I will come later. Now what I did, I just import this. Before that, through your, if you are using
Abhishek,
Lotus, yeah,
little
little
zoom little
zoom
bit.
little bit. Okay, okay,
Yes. Now
continue.
it's
Yeah.
Yes,
not.
yeah,
Now it
now
is
it
okay.
is okay. Cool. So basically this four library I have to import, but before import, okay, whenever you are installing in your machine, okay, this Jupyter notebook using Python, okay, whatever the link I shared, so you need to install one thing that is called Anaconda. Okay, so that is free. Now these all the libraries like Panda, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, all are coming as a package in that Anaconda only. Okay, so
Okay.
you don't need to install individually, but if you are using Google Colab Lab or something else like that, then what you need to write like this way. Example, your command will be over there like this not sign pip install, then suppose you are writing Panda. Okay, so once you are running this command, it will install in that Colab machine in Google. Okay, so once this line is done, this line, then you can use this import command.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Then I
Then
have
I
to
have to
install
install
individual
individual
things
things
for
for
means
means
collab.
collab.
Correct, correct, correct. Absolutely.
Divya, তুমি please.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So like this way you are actually imported. Fine. Just assume. Now as PD, NP, PLT, SNS, this is like a variable, okay, which I will use. Like see over here, I am using like this way. Okay. So how I will start? I have that one CSV file that I already showcased to you. Like this is the CSV file, and this is Titanic Train CSV. Okay. So this file I'm basically importing using Panda. Have one function that's called read CSV. Okay, so you can read CSV, Excel, JSON, or online somewhere. Some data are there directly from there. Okay, you can use your SQL, non-SQL, MySQL, MongoDB, anything, any way you can read those data. But why I'm using now CSV? Because if you don't have database, because multiple person, its probability is high, like don't know how to store in database, so they are using like normal Excel only. So then what will happen? So then nothing, like in the same folder where you are actually launching this notebook. Okay, so in that same folder only just place that CSV. So then you don't need to use any path, or if somewhere else is there, you have to just use that path, and you can import or read that CSV. Okay, so I'm going to do like one by one. So first I'm running this one, so my import is done. Then I came over here, I run this one. So my data is actually all the data from this Titanic Train to CSV data came to this variable. This is train variable. Okay, and this total language is basically Python. Okay, see, Python 3 I'm running. Now I'm using another function that is head. Head means it will just showcase a flavor of the all data, and it will return you like fast 5 row, nothing else. Okay, so this fast 5 row I have, so that's when it successfully updated those data.
And
Now
if we
We
want
want
to
to
fetch the
fetch
all
the all
data,
data,
all
all
the rows,
the
then
rows,
what to
then what
write?
to write?
all all
All
the
the
data,
All
rows
the rows.
instead
all,
of
Instead of
five.
five.
if if you don't use this head, if you are writing only train, it will return you the all data.
Got
Okay,
it.
Got it.
And
like
head
And
will
here we
return
will
five
return
data.
five data.
correct. Okay, let me
Okay.
run. Okay, see,
Mm.
it's showing all the records, but it's hiding over here. Okay, because otherwise this notebook is not looks good, but all the records are there, but no one actually did or do like this way. So everyone for try to understand their data, like what are those columns and row, they are just using like this way only, so that they can know like yes, all the things are
Here
uploaded
on.
properly. Yeah, so once this is done, so this is you uploading those data. and before that you are just trying to understand like how what are those data column meaning. After that, two main thing will going to start. One main thing is basically exploratory data analysis, and second one is basically data cleansing. Okay, so let me stop sharing for a time being so that I can see.
Exploratory and cleansing is part of facials. Means, parlor facials.
Wow. Yeah, means see, like as
So
I
basically, you are clearing garbage data, right, Sushmita?
Yes,
yes, she is
like
clearing garbage
blackheads.
from yeah, means as we discussed, like if you have like age only 1,000 user filled up, but 200 only data are there. So you need to do something correct with those others non-available data, and you don't know like where is basically outlier. Correct? Outlier means a
Don't know.
exceptional data. Like your all the data is in between of example average age is in between 15 years to 45 years. Okay, suddenly one data is there that is 80 or like 72. So those are
Okay.
basically my outlier, right? If I'm calculating or doing average because of that 2%, 72 and 80, my graph will come wrong because their age is so high. If I'm doing mean
So,
or median, it
both,
will be yeah.
so these data aren't any anomaly.
Yes, that also we have to check, correct? Like this is the part of this exploratory data analysis. Like exploratory data means basically you are exploring those data so that data can speak with you, and based on that the second step will be data cleansing. Once you cleans up those data, then the third step will come, that is called data feature engineering. Okay, means if you have 70 to 80 those two data, if you are not considering, then what will be those data? You can't just directly delete, correct, because those are also data. Or suppose in your data the gender is coming like as a male and female, but you know computer only understands 0 and 1, correct, then how you will going to convert? Or if you need to create like some correlation or covariety in between of two columns, like if I'm asking suppose age wise survival, so they have some correlation. Like someone
Yes.
can ask you, correct, like if I ask you like age wise tell me how much survival possibility or probability. Okay, and what data is saying right now, so obviously you have to correlate those two columns data.
Yes.
Now age is basically string, that is male and female, and here your survival is given like 0 and 1. So obviously you can't correlate because one is string and one is basically your integer. So these all kind of techniques, like suppose there is a one famous technique, it's called one hot encoding. Okay, this is one of the technique. So like this way, multiple techniques are there. Okay, so can we start then one by one, step by step, how exploratory data analysis will going to work? Up to this, any questions, Shivani?
No.
Okay, Sushmita, up to this, any question? No
Hello.
or yes? I'm saying, do you have any
No.
question? Okay, okay. Deep. Okay. So let's go to next. So first and foremost thing, what I'm checking. Say I will use this train variable only. Okay. First thing I'm checking, missing data. So I'm running this one. So it's giving me wherever the false is there. False means data is present. True means data is not present. Like see in the first row only, everything is false. Only one true, that is Kevin. Means Kevin is unavailable. Okay, this is null. So let us check in this data only is none. Yeah, see NaN. This is null value. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like this way, I'm checking like is there any null is there or not. But this is not so good, correct? Because with this kind of data row wise, okay, obviously you can understand. Like you can find correct like this way. Where is true? Where is null? See, this is true. This is null. This is so confusing. Then what I did, I just add another function after that. That is a dot sum. So I'm doing some summation, and it's basically returning me like this way. Passenger ID 0 means there is no null. Null is there on age 177. Age is not present, and Kevin is not present. Okay, that is huge. 687 Kevin is missing, and embarked basically two data is missing. Now what I am doing, I am using SNS. SNS means the Cbron. Okay, Cbron and Matplotlib is basically using for those chart. Okay, Panda and NumPy basically we are using for data analytics. Now if I am trying to represent like this way, SNS heat map train is null, again the same value only, but I'm giving like y tick levels false. Y tick level means we know like this one is x axis and this one is y axis, correct? So I don't need like each and every row indexes or like that, correct? Because that is totally meaningless, because I'm just checking like whatever the column that guy is provided to me, is there any null is not or null or not. So see whatever the data we just came up using this sum only is using this heat map, we can easily see age is having a small number of like missing value, but Kevin is having large number because this yellow color is representing where its null
Null
value is
value.
there, correct? So we can easily see age is having like 177, that's why this gap is there, and this is having like 687, so that's why so much consecutive this yellow color is there, correct? So this is very much understandable.
Yeah.
So if anyone is asking you, give me the null value statistics, okay, how you will give? You can give maximum like this way first. So this is unreadable format. Then you can give like this way. This is readable format. But if you are pro, then you will give like this way. So this is much more makes sense, and visually you can understand, correct? Anyone can
Yes.
understand like this way. So this is a first step of data analyzer, what they are doing. Okay, like this way. Once this is
Okay.
done, once this is done, then again I'm using another, you know, another question I'm trying to resolve. That question is, if I ask you how many persons survived. So in terms of survive, how the data actually came? 0 means no, not survive. 1 means yes, correct? And we can see from this data only 0 and 1 only present. Now what I did, SNS set style, a function I used from Cbron. That is white grid means nothing, just this grid will come as a white only. Now another diagram I'm using over here, that is called counter plot, or in short it's called count plot. So I'm just mentioning like in x axis, like survive that column, okay, from where the data is basically that trend, where in that variable I assign those data, that variable I'm assigning over here. So then what will happen if I run this one? So it came like this way, like 0 is almost like 550 not survived, and almost like 310 like this way it survived. So we can easily understand from this. Speak with Mia because I can't see you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
so that's mean what I did. First we check those null, where is those null. Then we checked where is this basically survived and unsurvived. Sorry, unsurvived and survived. These things are there. Then my next question is basically survived we got, but I don't know how many males survived, how many females survived. So what I did, same thing, just I add one hue over there, that is 6, that color. Okay, and I change that palette. I just mentioned here some palette name. Palette means this color, like these colors are coming. So you can just search in Google like C1 count plot. So they will give you all the, like, parameters. So you can play with it, no
Okay.
issue. So don't worry about that. So then what is happening? X survived means this one.
Abhishek,
This,
go a little bit up, means I want to see previous. Yes.
yeah. See, here there is no sex-wise distribution is there, correct? We don't know how many
Yes.
male and female. But here
Yes.
I am just using another extra section, that is I'm using hue, and when I'm using hue is basically splitting up by using that sex only, like how many male and female. Okay, same data but it's splitting up. Okay,
Okay.
how you can know? See, this one is having like almost 550, correct?
Yes.
This one is having like 450, and
450.
here it's almost like 100, so it's altogether 550 it's coming.
Yes.
And you can easily understand like 450 is basically male and almost 80% is basically female, whoever is not survived.
Yes.
So up to this clear?
Yeah.
So see, now
Yes.
now your data is basically speaking with you. Okay, so like this way you can easily represent anyone. Okay, like this diagram, and just say like, see, this much of survived, not survived, this much percentage of male for surviving or not surviving, like this way. Then second one,
I have a question.
yes, yes.
You have put their hue, then it is means from there I have put anything, or I have to only put hue for
No,
sex or something.
see, this sex is basically one of your column, correct? In that
Yes.
data, like
Yes.
see the next one only, in the next example only I mentioned P class, like passenger class. So we already saw like three kind of passenger classes there: first class, second class, and third class. Now my next question is, how many persons survived from first class, second class, and third class? Then what you need to do? Obviously, you will not search by sex. Then that point of time, you have to search by P
No.
class.
I'm telling that hue is the keyword for column.
Yes. Hue is the keyword in that column. You can't give any other name. This is a parameter.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So now in hue, if I am giving like P class, now see
Yes.
what is happening. Instead of this six kind of thing, here is coming like P class like this way, and it's distributed again. See,
Yes.
now I know from first class, 75% is not survived. Second class from male not survived basically like 90%.
90.
And class 3 is basically not survived like almost 375%. Okay, and see here I again change the palette, that is I became it's become like rainbow. Okay, I can give the same name over here also like rainbow, so you can play around, no issue. So if I run this one, see this one, this color also changed, correct? So that is perfectly okay, no issue, that palette one. So up to this is clear.
That palette one is for color.
Yes, palette means that color, like color palette we actually use at the time of drawing. So that is palette only.
Okay.
Okay, so up to this is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then so what are those plot we already showcased? We used counter plot, we
Yes.
used heat map.
Yes.
Now we will going to use dist plot, that is distribution plot, like histogram, distribution, how your data is distributed. Again, this is part of statistics only. So see this one, what I'm doing, I'm saying from my this data set only, this train, take age column, drop all the null values, okay, and give me a distribution. Some other things are there like KDE, this is called kernel dimension estimation. Okay, that I am not going to give like right now like the full understanding, because that is like advanced statistics only. But this is also we can play around, like if I'm doing true, then what will happen, what is my kernel density estimation. Okay, so don't worry about that, and what is like beans like this 40 30, just focus on this part. Okay, like this on this age column, if I'm doing like drop na means all the null value I'm dropping. If any data is missing in that column age, and after that give me one distribution plot, and this is the look like. So from here, and distribution plot means what basically, it's giving you the count each and every age wise, like if one person is 0 to 2, then how many persons are there, like almost 24 22 like this way. For like 2 to 4, how many person. And from here you can easily share this data with anyone. Maximum data is present in this age, like in between of 15 to up to this. So that is coming like almost 35. So 15 to 35 maximum passenger is actually travel. Okay, and how we can find like how many persons, see over here, 1 or 280. Okay, very few like 74. So these are is basically my outlier. Okay, but the maximum growth is over here.
Yes.
So this is basically answering if someone is asking us like what is the average age of the passenger who traveled in the Titanic. Okay, so you can easily say like more than like sorry, max, like greater than 15 and less than 35, maximum people are actually traveling in Titanic. Okay,
So, what about them? They who are put, who did not put their age in that database.
that I'm dropping, that's why I use not this drop na, I'm dropping their age so that my histogram is looks good, no issue. Now whoever is not giving my age, obviously I can calculate right now for this exploratory data analysis. Okay, so for them I will come, like when we will do some data engineering, like feature engineering, then how we will mitigate that one. Okay. Okay, so up to this is
So bro,
clear.
this is called cleansing. Left. So this is called cleansing.
No, this is basically called exploratory data analysis. Like you are
Okay.
trying to explore those data, like how your data is actually given to you. Okay.
But we also rejected some data which is like having null value. So we are not taking this, right?
Yes, but I'm not deleting those. I'm just omitting for this function.
Okay.
Yeah. When you are totally deleting, that is data cleansing.
Okay, got it.
Okay. The next thing, what I'm checking, same thing, like a histogram. This is my disk plot. Now this one is basically a histogram and doing the same thing. It will returning me the same. But why I showcase this one? This distribution plot I am using via SNS, like from Cibron library. Okay. But this one I am doing via directly either NumPy or Panda directly and using this histogram, and it's returning me the same result only. Don't worry. So this is just a comparison, like how we can do not using via Cibron also, but Cibron is good looking, mature, because you can do like this drop NA and other thing, but here you can't do those part. So that's just a difference, nothing else. Then I'm checking again. I'm going back to counter plot, and I'm checking with other columns how many siblings and spouse are there. So I can see this many person don't have any sibling or spouse. Okay, but after that one sibling on one spouse is almost having like 200, then two sibling or spouse having like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this way my distribution is look like. So here
What is spouse is? I don't get it. I did not get it. This thing.
means suppose
One.
when you are traveling,
Yes.
then what is happening, like with you, suppose your boyfriend or husband is also traveling,
Yes.
your brother or sister can travel.
Yes.
So from here we are trying to get with you how many spouse or husband is basically traveling with you, how many brother and sister is traveling with you. So this data is reflecting me almost 600 passenger don't have any sibling or spouse, like solo traveling. Okay, 200 or above, little bit of above of 200 is basically traveling with extra one person, maybe sibling, maybe spouse, no matter, because those data is not present in my data set. But in my data set the data is present, like how many person is traveling. So
Okay.
this is showing me the ratio. Okay, our understanding, like where the maximum passenger is traveling solo or with someone else.
Okay.
Clear?
Got it.
Okay. Now after that I am creating a histogram with fair. So what I'm doing, I am doing this exploratory data analysis column by column. Okay, trying to understand the data so that data can speak to me. I can understand the distribution, how the data is basically. So second one I'm checking with fair column, and with the fair column I can see like how many person actually join in this Titanic with more than almost like 375, price, fair price. Okay, so like this way, then how many person is basically travel, like 165, 70 something. Okay, this fare is present. So this is just I am checking like how much fare and how many person basically spent. Okay, like see, one data is here, small data. I don't know if you can see or not.
Yes.
Yes. One data is here.
500.
500. Yes, like more than 500 that guy actually spent. Okay, so I can say like maximum person is basically traveling without fare, and very few person is basically given the actual price. Now you remember like that Jack and Rose. So Jack is traveling as a class 3, but there is no class because he had not pay any money, just traveling over there free of cost. So this is the diagram where it's showing like how many person is paying the fare or not. Clear up to this?
Yes.
So now if I am going back to my that data, so I know I check like how many person survived with class like passenger class wise, their sex wise I checked, age distribution I checked, sibling and spouse I checked, okay, fare wise I checked, okay. So see, passenger ID is totally useless, name useless, then ticket number is useless, correct. So on these things, okay, we haven't checked because why? Because obviously this will be unique, so you can't do any analysis over there because your ID will be always unique, name is unique, ticket is unique, so you don't need to check that one because those data can't speak anything. Okay, now I haven't did anything with cabin. Why? Because cabin data is lots of missing data is present, and we haven't checked with Ember, so that we will come later. So let me stop sharing once. So up to this is clear.
Yes.
Yes. Like how your data can speak with you, you can question those data. Data will return,
Yes.
yeah, return back to you those answer. Now we will start data cleansing. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm sharing my screen again.
Yes.
Boss,
Both. Yeah.
hello.
Hello. Yes.
Uh, Hello.
Hello. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Tell me.
so
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying
I'm
that
saying that
present and you present. I'm listening.
listening.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm just
stopping my
stopping my
camera and
camera and
everything. I'm
everything
joining
and
from
joining from
PC
PC
within moments.
within
Like
moment.
I'm
Like
listening
I'm
over.
listening over.
Okay.
Sure. 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 Okay.
Okay, bro.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay. You guys can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now in data cleaning part, what I'm doing over here, see, this is another chart that is the name is basically box plot. Okay, what is happening with this box plot? I am trying to showcase, like suppose if you are asking those data only, give me passenger class wise age distribution. Okay, like in first class, in the first class, how many passenger is there and what is the age distribution. So how you will get that? Same, I'm using just box plot. X equal to passenger class means this one, okay, X, and this Y, my Y axis is basically age, okay, and I'm using that train data only, and palette I'm using winter, like another planet. Now here, how you can actually say to someone, see in passenger class 1, you can see like 26, okay, 26, almost 26 to almost 48, the age distribution is there. So
Yes.
25% passenger is having like 26 age, 50% passenger is having like almost 37 age, Okay, and sorry, not percentile, and 49 percentile is having almost like 49 age. So this is passenger class 1. For 2, it's coming around like 24, 25 to 35, and passenger class 3, it's coming around like almost 18 to 32, 34, around that. Okay, and basically the distribution in passenger class 1 is very good because there is no outlier. Okay, but here in passenger class 2 and 3, few outliers are there. You can see like some unevenness is there. Clear up to this?
Yes.
Yes.
So this way also you can represent like this passenger class wise age distribution, and this diagram is called box plot. Okay, so we understand this one also.
And you are taking that 100% that bar means upper bar and lower bar is
Correct. Correct. Like obviously people will, their age will start from 0 only. Okay, so 0 to I'm just checking to up to 100, but it's coming up to 80. Why 80 up to? Because you remember like in our age distribution, in the age distribution you saw like people are having like almost like 1 or 2 age to up to 80. My age distribution is there, so that's why automatically when I'm doing this box plot, this also coming almost like 1 or 2 age to up to 80. If someone age is like 95, 100, so it will actually goes to 95 or 100. Okay,
okay. That's why you said that 50 percentile age have is 49 or 37 like that.
yeah, I mean see over here,
37.
yeah, I mean see over here only in the passenger class 1 it's reflecting like almost 26 to 49, the range is between, and here 37 is basically like 50 percentile passenger is there. Okay, okay, so next what I am doing, I am basically now passing two columns. One is age and another one is P class, passenger class. And this is my impute age. Impute age, this is the function I'm creating. And what I'm trying to say, I will pass through this parameter, okay, as a array, two value. First value is basically age, second value is basically P class, okay, like a passenger class. Now if the age is not null means it's true basically, then P class means do that return 37. Why 37? Because we already saw this median is basically coming like 37, this one is coming like almost 27 like that, and this one is coming like 24. So what I'm doing, P class equal to if 1, then make it give me 37. If P class equal to 2, give me 29 and 24. Okay, or if age is not present or not null, like not satisfying, then give me the actual age only. Means here I am actually doing like if your data is missing, we already discussed, then how we can get the average date, like average age. So I am just checking if their age is not null. Okay, then
Okay.
give return the actual age. If the age is null, then I'm assuming if that person is traveled in passenger class 1, so their average age will be 37. If 2,
Okay.
then 29. If 3, so 24. Okay, Now once I did, because why I'm doing this one again, I'm returning back because we
Because
already
lots of data was in it.
correct. In age column we already saw lots of data. Lots of data means 177 data
70.
is basically null, but I have to fill up those data, correct, so that it can
Yes.
make sense. So that's why at the time of cleansing I implemented this function, and what I did, I created, I'm just passing train, correct, this
Hmm.
train variable only, and passing two
Hmm.
things, age and p class, okay, and applying, sorry, and applying this one, the input age.
Okay.
Impute age is what? Impute age, this function only, okay.
Yes.
And whatever the value, like modified value, dp is asking, correct, like when we will modify or delete those data. So I'm not deleting, instead of that I'm modifying those data, so that that's why what I'm doing, I'm reassigning that age again, like in that column only I'm reapplying, okay, like we did not, like find and replace.
Yes.
So this is I'm finding first, then I am replacing those value with the help of this function, okay.
So there will maybe worst case and best case for P class one if all of those person have actually 37 age at that time.
Hmm.
So that is best case. If all of those person either two or one or like 40, 49 or 50, then it will be worst case for that case.
Yeah, absolutely. But we already checked, correct? Like through that histogram, like whatever the age is present, that is looks
Hmm.
okay, because maximum persons are coming in between of this only. So if
Hmm.
something is coming like this much, okay, within
Hmm.
this box plot, so this looks good. If something is
Yes.
coming like this much, so then it's
Hmm.
not looks good, because the variance, like distribution is huge. But here the distribution, you remember, like, okay, let me go back again. Here we already discussed, like in between of 16 to 18 to almost like below 40, like 15 to 40, the maximum distribution are there, okay.
Yes.
Same thing we are getting when we are checking with class also, like see, above 15, below 50, maximum distributions are there. So it's very true. So data is okay,
Yes.
whatever the data is there, that is perfect. That's why we are applying this one. And when we apply this impute age function and recalculate the null data, then I'm reapplying this heat map again, like that previous heat map, the same heat map I'm reapplying. Now see what is showing.
Okay.
Now see this age column,
Hmm.
there is no NA data, there is no null. So those null value we already rectified,
Yes.
okay. Now once this is done, then what I'm doing, I already, we already discussed, like this cabin is having like lots of, like, blank data, null data, okay. So as they are having like lots of null data, now how many null data we already checked, like 687. Now think, now just think one thing, you have 891 rows and 12 columns in the data set. In between of 891, if 687 data is missing, that is more than 50% data is missing, so you can't do anything with that column, because your
Yes.
histogram, your average, everything is goes wrong. So that's why what I'm doing right now, I'm dropping. Drop means
Okay.
delete.
Okay.
Delete that thing, okay. So I'm deleting
Okay.
this caving. When I'm deleting,
Hmm.
then again I'm doing like train head, so that I can check that column is there or not. See, before embark that cabin is there, now this is not here, okay, I delete it.
Okay.
So I can't do anything with that one. Then I am actually checking drop NA, like if any data is present now, because two data is missing in embarked. Okay, that we already
Hmm.
saw. So I am
Yes.
just deleting those two data because I'm not implementing another function like we did for age. For embark also we can do, but I'm not doing. Instead of that, I'm just
For
deleting.
two, that
Yes,
two row you are deleting.
correct, correct. I'm just mentioning over here like train drop in a, like drop whoever is having like in a value, just drop. No matter in which column, because I already saw there is no other columns are having like NA or null value. Only Kevin is there. Now Kevin is having lots of value. So that's why I
Hmm.
deleted the full column. I can
Hmm.
see in embark only two, like this one. Only
Hmm.
one section is having like null. So I'm
Hmm.
just deleting that two row. That's why I'm saying drop NA. Done?
Okay. Yes.
Now, now what happened? If I'm just writing train.info, means I need some information like right now how many row is there. So it's giving me like you have 11 column and individual column is having 889 because previously we have 891. Now I have 889. Why? Because I deleted two, because I just did this drop in it. Okay, and it's deleted from embark two row. So it's perfectly correct. Now this 6 and this embark is basically holding not numerical data, correct? Not
Hmm.
numerical data means basically it's giving me string and it's
Hmm.
also giving me some character. But
Yes.
I can do like minimal data feature engineering with numerical data only, like as a 0 and 1. So what I will do, here is another function that's called get underscore dummies. This is what, this is basically called one hot encoding. Okay, this is part of feature engineering or data feature engineering. So today I will discuss, not discuss in very brief because that's a huge part, feature engineering. Because today we will only focus what data analyzer is basically doing. Data analyzer is basically analysis and doing some like chart, trying to communicate with those data so that I understand, deal with those null value and all. Now that feature engineering is part of machine learning. Okay, that we will discuss in some other workshop. Okay, so just I'm just using like get dummies, and what I'm doing, train embarked, like from that train data set I'm checking this embarked one, and I'm saying drop fast equal to true. Drop fast means basically drop this first color. Okay, why drop fast equal to true? Because how many data type we have over here? Okay, let's go back to again to data. We have three types, C, Q, S, correct? So this is three. Now when I'm saying drop fast true, so what is happening is basically returning me two column. First one is drop. Why? Because it makes sense. Like if 1, 0 and 2, if like this way things are there, correct? So that's mean we know. See this one, like Q, S and we have C. Now 0 means not present, 1 means present. So S for like first row basically 1 over here in S. So that's mean first user or passenger basically traveling from this S port. Okay, this second passenger is traveling from C port. Why? Because both are coming 0. This passenger is traveling again from S. This passenger is traveling from here S. This passenger traveling from here. So instead of three column, we can easily understand from these two column only who is traveling from where. So that's why I'm just dropping the first one so that it should be less. Okay, clear up to this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The same thing I'm doing. So this is I just checked but haven't changed anything. But here what I'm doing, I'm creating two column. One column is sex, another column is embark, because I already mentioned sex is also having like male and female.
Yes.
Correct? Yes. So that's what's also I need to change, like as a 0 and 1.
Yes.
So what I did, I
You
you
can drop
can drop
one
one
female or
female or
male.
male.
By
Yes,
that
by that
you can
you can
understand.
understand. Correct, absolutely. That's why I'm just using again get dummies so that I can do that one hot encoding. I'm using six column and dropping the first and assigning the all values under sex variable. Same thing I'm doing for embarked and assigning to embark. Now what I need to do, I need to delete this sex column because that is holding previously male and female embark, because that is holding C, F like that way. Name I not required, already mentioned. Ticket I not mentioned, like not required. So I'm dropping all the columns from here. Okay. So once I drop, now see my data is coming like this way, only numerical. But here is no sex, here is no embark. Correct. So if I need to use that sex and embark, because that thing I already created as a array over here, so that one I'm concatenating. Like with my trained data set, I'm concatenating this sex variable and embark variable. Then when I'm attaching and again doing head, see now it's came. Male is representing like this way and embark is representing like this way. Correct? So now all the data are basically in numerical. Correct? So I'm
Yes.
just stopping sharing my screen once so that I can just discuss once. So for I already discussed for machine learning or artificial intelligence, you need all the things in numerical.
Yes.
Yes. So that's the main objective. Okay. I need to convert each and everything into numerical. That's why I convert as a one
Get
hot encoding. I deleted previous record. I concatenate those new column.
also
Also
drop
drop
those
those
unnecessary,
unnecessary
means
means
not
not
unnecessary,
unnecessary,
but
but
we can
we can
we can
we
get
can
all
get
the
all the
information
information
from one
from
thing,
one
that
thing, that
either
either
female or
female or
male,
male,
either
either
C,
C, either
or
C or
uh, either
either
C,
C,
two set
two
of
set of
CS or
CS or
SQ or
SQ or
CQ.
CQ.
I can
I
delete
can
one
delete
thing,
one thing,
that
absolutely,
how
how
then we
then
can
we
get
can
all
get all
numeric
numeric
data
data
output
output
for
for
machine
machine
learning.
learning. Absolutely, absolutely. So up to this is clear, Shivani, for you also.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. So again, I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then I'm just going back little bit because I just omit this one. There is another kind of plot. Okay, you can create instead of that SNS or matplotlib, that is called cufflink. Same way you need to write like not pip install cufflink and it will install. Or if you are using anaconda, so then like me, you have to open that anaconda prompt and to write like pip install cufflinks, so it will download.
Okay.
Okay. Once it's downloaded, then just write this line like import couplings offline. Okay, then what I'm doing again, I'm just creating a plot, iplot. Okay, like that's a histogram, and I'm trying to check that fared only previously. The same kind of report I will get, but this is much more interactive report, like advanced one. Okay, because previously you can't zoom in, zoom out, or check specifically, but using this cufflink, this is much more advanced, so you can do all those things. So that's why I just put it over here. See, download, zoom, pan, box select, lasso, zoom in, blah blah blah, all those things. And it's basically using Plotly. Maybe you checked in Plotly, JS also is present. So this is good for those graph. So that's why I just showcase this example, nothing else. Now, at very last, we are almost done. So one small thing we will do and check, that is logistic regression. Okay, that is part of basic machine learning only. How we will deal with this data? See what I did first. I am just dropping this survived. Okay, this survived column I am deleting. Okay, so once I delete, not deleting actually, just I'm just showing after, if there is no survive column, how it's look like. So obviously that column will be not there, other data is there. Then I'm telling only showcase survived one, and it's giving me 0 1. So 0 1 means this is basically binary classification, correct? Like 0 and 1, either like survived or not survived. Okay, then what I'm doing, I'm using one library is called scikit-learn. I don't know you guys heard that name or not. This
No.
scikit-learn, this scikit means scientific kit for learning. This scikit-learn another library, and that is helping us to create this binary classification. Okay, so that for machine learning you no need to create a separate algorithm or something. We can use there only, like they are like already created those libraries and function. So what I'm doing again, it's coming when you are installing Anaconda, it's by default installed. If you are using Google Colab, then you need to install again, like not pip install sklearn, so it will install.
I have
Then
installed that Anaconda.
awesome, awesome. So you can directly use this one like form, scale and model selection. So model
I have
selection
heard
then
about this term, that skill learn. In my, for I was doing that my sister project, and I have heard about this term, skill learn.
yes, yes. So this is sklearn is nothing, it's just a scikit-learn. Okay, so that we can do some basic machine learning. Okay. So
Okay.
after scikit-learn, there is like lots of other libraries is also there. Advanced library for machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, like Keras, TensorFlow. So that we are not going to discuss because that is totally different topic. So then what I'm doing, I'm just importing as a train test split, because in basic machine learning, what you need to do. Okay, let me stop sharing so that I can give you first understanding. Once you have data, okay, how many
Okay.
how many row you have right now?
One 89, some 189,
No,
689,
889.
889. Yeah.
So if this is the total data set, and if you need to do some machine learning so that it can project you something like a possibility, probability, then you need to split that data. How? That we will check, but how much? Because you have 889. So if I'm saying, let it be like your 40% data for training purpose use, okay, 60% data used for testing purpose. Means you have one model, correct? So
Yes.
in that model you are putting your 40% data. If you have like 1000 row, so 400 row user you are using to train your model. What is your data? Then 60% means 600 data you are giving basically to do like for testing, like whatever the model is trained, that is correct or not. Okay, so then you need to split your data, then 40 and 60% ratio. Now I'm sharing my screen again. So this is the part only, that's why what I'm writing over here, see, x train x test, y train y test. Why? Because we have two axes, x axis, y axis. So that's why I created this four variable, and I'm splitting. I'm basically splitting the data. How? I'm telling I'm telling basically using this, like, drop the survived one because that's my classification. I want to predict that person is survived or not. So it's dropped. I not require those data. Then take that train, take that survived column where the test size is 70. If test size is 70, sorry, 30, so that's when your train size is 70. Okay. So 70-30 ratio, I need to split my data. Okay. And random state is 101, means random means obviously you don't want to like train your model one by one, correct? It should be random, like fast, then 500, then 300, 200, like a random one, so that it can predict automatically. So it should create a robust good model. Okay, like a regression model. So that's why I just said, so once this all the testing and training is actually done over here, then I'm asking import logistic regression. Okay, and in that logistic regression model, basically I'm fitting. Now I'm giving my two things. One is X train and Y train because this is my training data, and
Yes.
I'm actually asking the scikit-learn package using this X train and Y train data. Okay, train yourself so that whenever I will ask you, okay, like if some scenario I'm giving and asking you that person is survived or not, you can give me the answer. So training I'm training via this logistic regression. So my training is done. Now in this stage, what I need to do, I'm using predict. See here I'm using fit. Fit means train. Predict means I'm actually testing. Now I'm just giving X test. See, this is why test. This one I'm giving like train. This one I'm giving like test. So I'm now telling test with remaining 30% data and store all the records in prediction under this variable. Okay, so it's done. Now I'm coming confusion matrix. Why confusion matrix? It's actually giving me answer, means whatever the model, because we are creating a model, logistic model. So in that logistic regression model, what is basically the accuracy? Like your model is how much accurate. Whoever who using Shivani and Deep using, correct, like gender API.
Yes.
Yes. So in gender API is basically, you remember like last time I discussed, is actually checking via first name and last name, and is checking like how much accuracy is there or probability is there, correct? So same accuracy level here we are checking via this confusion matrix. Why I am not deep diving again, I'm saying this is totally part of machine learning. Okay, if you are data analyzer, you no need to do this job. This is going to do by machine learner, like machine learning engineer only. But I'm showcasing you how those people will going to hold your data and what they can do. Okay, so in confusion matrix, then it's basically returning me that accuracy. Okay, and that accuracy is basically coming, if I'm checking the array of that accuracy is basically 148, 15, 39, 65, like this way, like how many true, how many false. In that model only it's calculated, and my accuracy score, if I'm passing Y test and prediction, and if I'm checking accuracy score, is basically giving me almost 80%. My model is ready for machine learning and my model is 80% accurate. So if you are returning something and if someone is asking your this machine learning model how much accurate, so you have to say this is my 80% with accuracy. this model is right now working. Okay. Then if I am just printing, previously this predict one I used, if I'm using this prediction just printing over here, you can see all are becoming like this way only, 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So it's basically evaluate that model totally. Okay. Now I'm checking what, like some classification report on my model. This is called precision recall F1 score. This is again totally whole topic. Just I'm just giving an idea how they are doing. Precision recall FN score, F1 score like this way. So all the records are coming like this way. Like my 0 is basically precision with 80%, 1 is 81%. My accuracy is 80% almost, as we already discussed. That is my F1 score. All the data are splitted, how the data are splitted. Weighted average, just listen this terminology, weighted average. This is basically in future, if you are learning machine learning, this weightage is very much important, because if you are doing like deep learning or anything, okay, this weightage factor is the main factor which is helping you to predict. Okay, so that's why see, your precision and recall both are same, like 80%, 80%. Okay, and it's the maximum support value is 26.7. So this is obviously not so bad. So you can easily, you know, discussed.
Ready.
Huh?
We can
Correct.
already sorry. We can already ready the data for machine learning or AI.
You're not only data, you already saw your machine is already learned. Okay, that model is also ready with 80% accuracy. If you asking na now onwards, if you're like, if I'm giving some age, some class like passenger class, then sex, suppose I'm giving and asking, tell me what is the possibility of this person for survival. So with 80% accuracy, this logistic regression model will return me the answer, because I already trained with this data. So why I'm not showcasing that part, because that is totally out of today's workshop. So that if we are going to do that machine learning, then obviously we will check
That
over there.
workshop I wanna do. Means I wanna means learn from that workshop. So conduct that workshop as soon as possible.
Okay. So up to this is clear, correct? But before that also, okay, lots of things we haven't discussed. Okay, I'm creating a material. Okay, like for full data science and machine learning. Okay, so for feature engineering only, trust me, for feature engineering, data exploratory data analysis, cleansing, okay, no issue. Feature engineering is too tough, okay, and too vast. You need minimum 4 to 5 days to understand all the feature engineering. Like just think, if I'm giving you a sound, a frequency, a timeline, then how you will convert? But you have to convert, right, in numerical way.
Yes.
If you are doing, uh, OpenCV, or YOLO, like for object detection, if you are doing that one, then a image you need to convert. You need to do some one hot encoding, correct? Then only you can train your model.
For those things means I am hearing my sound only.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, now say.
For those things that frequency or ECG graph, those things maybe some function is there, right? Or we have to calculate by sine theta cos theta like that.
everything is there. We will use this function only, get dummies. But before that, you need to understand, correct? Like today, what we did
Yes.
first, we understand the data, we
Hmm.
check the distribution, probability, each and everything.
Hmm.
Then we did that one hot input. Why?
Yes.
Because we understood the data. Until as you understand the data, particularly, you can't create a model because you don't know like which feature you have to like stay and which feature you have to drop. So this is like day-to-day job of a data analyzer
Analyst.
that person is doing. So now just
Okay.
think, if you have Google or Facebook kind of data, okay, in Google ads, Facebook ads, you guys already check, like they are at the time of advertisement, it's checking like what is your interest, okay, what is your age, then actually shooting those advertisements. How they are doing, they have like all those data, they are also doing the same thing like this data analytics. And Deep also
Yes.
said data is everything. Yes, if you have data, see, Titanic already gone, people already died, only this data is there. And now from this data only today you understood all the thing. When you saw that movie haven't actually said you like how many female, how many male, what is the distribution class wise, nothing is there previous. But today you understood all the data. So that's why data is very vital. And in future the day is coming, nothing will be there because every programming, coding, everything will be like in through automation only, sorry, through artificial intelligence only. Like I already shared, you guys already checked, I guess, GitHub Copilot, correct? GitHub Copilot already that is calling like AI pair programming. Okay, so I applied for tier 5. Okay, I don't know when it will come, but my one of my friend already got, so I did some hands-on over there. So nothing, you are just typing like example, uh, some comment you are writing in your program. Like I want to suppose this Python code only. Okay, suppose you are saying how to import Titanic dataset, okay, or import Titanic dataset, and you are creating this comment. Then whenever you will hit enter, within 2 seconds, all the code will be written automatically. Okay, okay, so that's all. Nothing else for today. So you understand like how the data is basically coming, what are the source, then you need to understand those data, then exploratory data analysis, then after that data cleansing, then how we are fitting those model via scikit-learn so that you can train your model. And this is all about data science and machine learning. Okay, any question till now?
No.
Yes. How do we need to install those libraries in Anaconda, or it's pre-installed? Because it's giving me the error that module not found.
You are not in YouTube.
Share your screen, Shivani.
Okay. This.
You install that Panda, NumPy, those part over here.
I have installed Anaconda.
No, Anaconda, when you are installing in your local, stop sharing. I got your point. Stop sharing.
Okay.
Anaconda is basically a package. Okay, that full package when you are installing. and doing from your local, use Anaconda. But in Google Colab or Jupyter Lab, don't use Anaconda. Directly install Panda NumPy like that. Okay, so then that error will be resolved.
How to
How to
install? I'm
install?
not
I'm not
getting.
getting.
I'm just writing one line of code, just copy and paste.
Not not hit.
I'm just writing. One second.
Not hit.
not hit
Install
install
Pip.
that thing. No.
nothing, no,
Not hit
not hit
install.
itself.
Yeah.
Yes. Just copy and paste and share your screen. Let us see also. Deep, you to know Python.
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
You forgot about our
Our
wizard.
wizard.
That's what
Those
I'm saying.
data, all
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That one, then
I
that.
was
I was
exploring
exploring
Anaconda
Anaconda
back
back
then.
then.
All these
All these
things.
things.
Yeah. So just run once. Yes, it's done. Now just write import pandas as pd. Pan,
Pandas,
Pandas,
pandas.
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 Okay.
Okay.
This is not puri panda. Okay.
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 Okay. Now just write anything like pd dot. Just write read csv. Read underscore csv. No, read underscore csv. CSV. Yeah, first. Now this is a function. Yeah, just run this one. It will return an error.
It's
It's
not
not
returning
returning
anything.
anything.
Oh, wait. Your kernel is showing no kernel.
Okay.
Okay.
Click on that no kernel. It's showing right hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now select this one. Yes. Now again do from the first stage. Yes. Yes. Now run this one. Run. First run. You no need to write again. You no need to write. Just
Okay.
Okay.
select and run. Run. Yes. Yes. See now it's loaded. Okay. Requirement already satisfied. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. Now run this pd dot read csv this line. Say is giving error.
Yes.
yes.
And what is saying? Read csv missing
Yes.
Yes.
file path or buffer. So that's mean
I have.
You have
Yes, I
yes,
have
I
that
have that
Titanic
Titanic
one.
one.
awesome. She downloaded.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yes, just write within a single quote only titanic.csv.
Um,
Okay. Before pd just give
Yes.
one
Yes.
variable. Just give some variable. Yeah, equal to. Yes. Now yes. Now run this line. Done. Now just write below, not over there. Train dot head. Yeah, run it.
Shivan, is
Shivan, is
it
it
means
means
zoom it
zoom
little
it
bit?
little bit?
I can't
I
see
can't
here.
see here.
Control
Control
plus.
plus.
Control
Control
plus.
plus.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Got it?
coming.
Coming.
Yes.
Yes.
Bus done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For me
For me
also.
also.
Yeah. Click on stop sharing. That blue button is coming. Yeah, share your screen, Sushmita.
Can you
Can you
see?
see?
Yes, I can see your import panda is done. Now you need that data set first.
Yes.
Yes.
You have that data set.
No, no,
No,
I
no, I
have
have
another data
another
set.
data
I
set.
can
I
do
can do
from there.
from there.
Okay. So just write pd.read.csv and check it's showing the same error or not, so that you can understand like this one is loaded or not properly. Read
Re-
underscore csv. Yeah, run it.
the
Yep.
error
The
is
error
there.
is there.
Yes, so that means your one is also working. You need to just
Yes.
call that
Yes.
csv and done.
From
From
where I
where
can
I
load
can
that
load that
CSV.
CSV.
Upload.
You can
You
search
can
for
search for
Titanic
Titanic
dataset
dataset
or
or
anything, any
anything, any
dataset.
dataset.
You can search.
You have any data, any csv data.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
I
click on
have.
that
I know.
fb ads that .csv, that one only.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just pass that file name. .csv. You forget to mention
Oh,
.csv.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
It's already returned, so no issue. See, it's already returned.
Yes.
Yes.
It's already returning, but this data is
Hmm.
not holding by any variable. So you have to pass a
Hmm.
variable, okay, that data. Then you can use that dot head function also.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So like that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Now try to
These are
understand
These
this.
are
Facebook
Facebook
ads.
ads.
Yes, but these data you can't do anything because all are like
Yes.
Yes.
textual data. Then
Yes.
Yes.
if you need to do with this, then that will be a normal, not will be a normal, machine learning or data science. That will be going to part of NLP, natural language processing,
Okay.
okay, or natural language understanding. So that's a different,
Yeah.
total
Yeah.
different topic, so that you can split those sentence. You can try to understand the emotion, okay, like positive, negative, neutral, like that way.
No,
No,
this is the
this is the
headline
headline
description.
description.
There is
There
some
is some
URLs
URLs
and
and
related
related
URLs
URLs
or
or
yes, destination
destination
URLs.
URLs.
Those
Those
data we
data we
can
can
use.
use.
Yeah, you can use, but how you will encode? We discuss about one hot encoding, correct? Now, if
Yes.
Yes.
your data is textual,
Hmm.
okay, so that is not binary classification like male, female, or like C, F, that one, that port one, embarked one, not like that way. This is textual, a line.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
line you have to split as a lexical
Yes.
analysis, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
So this split of those sentence in a word, like it's called bag of words, okay, or lexical analysis. This is part of NLP.
I
Like,
don't
I
know
don't know
NLP.
NLP.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's a totally different machine learning topics. Okay, like you guys heard about that one, correct? Like Twitter AI.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So one extension is there. So that Twitter AI is what is doing. It's basically you are giving some input. Is basically splitting up in a lexic, then trying to understand the data. Then uh, I will say some. Okay, don't scare. Okay, something is there like transformer. Okay, it's called transformer. One reinforcement learning is there, and few models are there present in market like BERT, okay, like BART, then GPT, GPT-2, GPT-3, GPT Neo, okay. So that Twitter AI is basically using GPT-3 with BERT and basically holding your data as an input, and transformer is basically generating text. It's called text generation and returning as something. 1 minute. Okay, so
So
don't
this
discuss.
AI is completely based on AI.
Absolutely, that
I
is
have the
totally
code base. I will go through that.
in Twitter AI extension code base. There is nothing. There is one
Yes,
lambda.
I have checked little bit of because I have worked on that webpack part.
Yeah, so there is one lambda is created. That lambda is basically dealing with that OpenAI. Okay, that OpenAI Elon Musk project. So that OpenAI is basically holding GPT-3 model. Extension is only passing that input data, train data, nothing else. So it's a huge things.
So basically, Twitter AI is making Elon Musk AI a better AI by providing all those training information.
Correct, absolutely. Now just think, like we just discussed now, GitHub Copilot. Okay, what they are doing, as Sushmita already shared this textual one uploaded. So in GitHub, whatever the code is present right now, whatever the code is present, private, public, any repo, okay, OpenAI using this GPT-3 model only, they actually imported all the data from GitHub, all the code base in a different language. They trained their model. Now when you are writing something, someone obviously wrote previously. So based on that is basically predicting and giving you the answer. Now just think, in GitHub how many codes are there.
Everything is there in terms of code.
Then that's why it's very much possible. And they are given that name like OpenAI Codex project, that project name.
So yeah, we are uploading the CSV file or Excel sheet. If we wanna to check for QB database, then
Hmm, you can do. You have to use that Mongo. Like via Python, you have to directly install Mongo, or you have to export any project data. Okay. Now on top of those data, you can, like, obviously you are expecting as a CSV, correct? Import that CSV, then do your exploratory data analysis, data cleansing, data feature engineering. Done. Your data is ready. Now just think, like, suppose you have, example I'm giving, you have one CEO data, okay, like last 3 months, one CEO created 5 extension, and all the 5 extension is having on an average like some amount of partner, some amount of user. Okay. Now suppose your company is asking you, tell me the probability, okay, that particular CEO when will purchase next extension, and what will be the probability of having partners for this extension or end user. You can say to that CEO, okay, like, see, if you are registering or creating a new extension, and if that category of extension of this, so I can tell you with 80% or 85% accuracy, your partner will be this much, your end user will be this much.
Okay.
Now just think, with this data, if you can do that and tell, okay,
Yeah.
then you implemented, done. You implemented machine
Yes.
learning. It's giving you it's actually doing the forecasting. Do
Hmm.
this thing, and it will going to happen like this way.
It will help for marketing and also convincing CEOs to
Absolutely,
upload.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm stopping the record.